YouTube Live, everybody. Welcome to YouTube Live. We kind of do a video for you in the mornings when we're out here doing some work, doing some walking, not some work, but some walking. We are going to talk about the state of Indiana today. State of Indiana. So we're going to give you some education about how Indiana works. State of Indiana. So remember, here in the United States, there are many counties, many states, many cities. You have to decide who handles the auctions. Well, in Indiana, it's the county who handles the auction, but they hire a third party to run the auction. Okay? So Indiana is a lien auction state. It's a lien auction state. You got to know the words. You got to know this. So Indiana, we know, is a lien state. And then in a lien state, what happens? It's whoever pays the highest amount at the auction will win the lien. Okay? Whoever pays the highest amount of money at the auction will win the lien in Indiana. Now remember, these are people who did not pay their property taxes. So when you come to the channel, that's what we do. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about sports. We don't talk about actors, actresses, movies. We don't get into that. We only talk about properties that are tax delinquent. People who didn't pay their property taxes. So in a house here, very quickly like this, if a person did not pay their property taxes, they would be tax delinquent or tax defaulted. Now, next question. Indiana, we know, is a tax lien auction state. When are the auctions held? Well, they're usually held in September to the month of December. September to the month of December, tax lien auction state. That's how it works. Tax lien auction state. And it's simple. It's 1 year. You got money. Your money's going to get tied up for 1 year. Bottom line. Okay? Period. Bottom line. You go over there, you're going to understand that your money will be stuck there for 1 year. That's the only drawback you're going to have. It will be. It will be stuck there for 1 year. And it's going to be basically whoever pays the highest amount of money at the auction will win the lien on the auction. So you have to put it in your head that in the state of Indiana, you are not bidding to own the property. You're only bidding to be a lien holder on the property. That's it. That's it. Just a lien holder. It's very simple. Whoever pays the highest amount wins. Okay? The interest rate, pay you a 10% penalty for 1 year as a penalty on the original bidding amount, or a annual 5% interest rate on the overage, on the over amount. 5% annual interest rate on that. 10% penalty and 5% annual interest rate. Okay? Oh, thank you very much. BWE Blade Weather Entertainment. Everyone like it, subscribe to this person. They deserve it. Thanks for the little tip there. Appreciate it. Okay. So, anyways, that's the lien auction. That's the lien auction. September to December. Now they're going to have the commissioner sale. The commissioner sale will be held mainly in February till May. That's called the commissioner sale. I call it the leftovers. Leftovers. These are the ones that did not sell at the regular auction. So then they take the total amount of money owed on property taxes and then decrease it to like 500 bucks of the opening bid. 500 bucks of the opening bid. Okay, commission sale. Leftovers. Other opportunities? Of course there are. Commission sale kind of unique because they're going to pay you a 10% penalty on the total amount of money bidded at the auction. So that makes a big difference. So suppose it's not going to get up bid up very high usually, but let's suppose it get up bid up to like $3,000. Well, you're going to get 300 bucks, but you only have to wait 120 days before you start the foreclosure process. You don't have to wait 4 months. That's the advantage you have there on the commission sale. 4 months only. Okay? So the important part is knowledge, education, knowing how it works. And I see why most people don't succeed. It's not easy. It's not easy, I'll tell you that. Because there's always somebody there who's trying to, what? Take your money. But if you focus and you say, okay, where can I apply my money correctly? Get a good interest rate. Maybe get the property. Get a good return. It's the important part. Knowing this ability to do this. Very important. Knowing this ability to do this. Knowledge, education is important. Morning. So, we thank everybody for watching here on YouTube. Remember, we're the Tax Sale Master. The Tax Sale Master. And we appreciate it, your time and effort, energy here on this. Okay. Yeah, Devin. Okay, good morning. So we're wrapping up right now. Sorry about that, but remember, this is the thing I tell people. This is the important part. I'll tell you this here. Okay, I'll put it here. If you love to jump to channels and not want to learn, it's going to be a rough life. I'll tell you that. If you like to jump to channels and don't want to learn, if you want to just get entertained, there's a lot of channels that just will entertain you. Don't even know what they're talking about. Don't even know what they're doing, but they want to entertain you. Well, that's going to be hard for you. Okay? Yeah, ask a question really quick, Devin, before I log off. Okay? But don't ask a question about sports, entertainment. Only ask me a question if you want to talk about the real estate or the tax sales. Okay? That's the thing I tell people. Because I'm not going to respond back into other questions. I'll answer questions about this, because that's what my focus on. My focus is on this, the tax sales. Lien deed or redeemable deed. That's it. I get really, really good at it. Okay? So when people ask me other questions that has nothing to do, I said, really? Do we not have other stuff to do in life? And that's what I tell people. Okay? So, we thank everybody for watching. I'm not going to get the question because it was probably not on the tax sale that we focus on. And that's only what I focus on. I'll tell you that, guys. You come to the channel, I will give you some education because we hope that you will join our community in the future. It's your choice. Okay, you can check us out at taxsalesclass.com, taxsalesclass.com. You can see when we're going to speak in person or when we're going to be on Zoom classes on taxsalesclass.com. And then subscribe to our channels. We talk here, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Talking all the channels. Let's get some education. Let's get some knowledge. It's an important part. And we have to understand this very, very much. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye-bye.